Hello everyone, this is Griffin Station back here with another Jump Force video. In this video, I am back. I will explain what's been happening over, I want to say, the last week at the end of this video, so if you want to hear about that, you can listen to that then. But right now, I'm going to be talking about the V-Jump scan that we got, obviously, from V-Jump for Jump Force last week, and just basically talk about what's on it. I know Shonen Games already translated the other scan that's not on the screen right now, but I went and translated that before they did, but since they already did it, I'm sure some of you already seen it, but I still wanted to cover it in my video anyways. I didn't get around to doing the weekly Shonen Jump scan of Kenshin and Shishio, but I'll get to that sometime this week, and I'll have to make a video on that if there's any new content, or maybe I'll make a new video regardless if there's no new content on, just so you guys know what's exactly being said on the scan. Now, this first scan, while it looks really busy, we don't actually get too much on it. It says, the hero characters' ultimates receive their dramatic release. And so, obviously, with the main characters that we have announced so far, they show off all of their ultimates. Most of them we already know. We've actually already played as them in the Jump Force beta, but we can see some of the characters that were confirmed afterwards, and Yugi, who was not playable in the beta. And so we can just go quickly look over. I believe this was Resolute Determination Fist or something along those lines. We have Super Spirit Gun, Tailed Beast Ball, Gear Attack 4, Super Spirit Gun, or sorry, I meant this was supposed to be Super Spirit Bomb. That was just a mistyping. I probably got confused because, you know, Yusuke. We have Sadness of the Fight with Kenshiro. We have Slifer the Sky Dragon, Sagittarius Arrow, we already knew Seiya, and for Ryo, it's X, Y, and Z. So, basically the only ones that we hadn't played as before are Ryo and Yugi and Kenshiro, so everyone else we already knew what their ultimates were. Now, unfortunately, we don't get to see what the ultimates for the other characters shown on this scan, but we still get to see some confirmations. It says, hello world, this is the Jump Force. The Jump Force members are in the real world. That's something that, you know, is being, like, marketed a lot for Jump Force. And as we can see, we actually get a lot of renders for a lot of characters, which is really cool because, like Zoro, it's our first time seeing his render, which I'm shocked because he was in the initial announcement of the game. And we also get our first confirmation and looks at Piccolo and Cell. I know that Bandai Namco have already released screenshots of them in-game, but it's nice to see that they're officially confirmed. We're getting officially 5 Dragon Ball characters. I mean, of course, there could be more. I think we're capped at 5 for One Piece and Dragon Ball, though. And so they also look great. It's just great to see them. Probably the 2 picks that I wanted most from Dragon Ball, especially Cell. Cell is my favorite villain of the series. And as far as the rest of the characters, it shows all the characters announced so far, except for Kane, which is interesting to note. And I mean, it looks busy, but there's nothing really else on this scan, and so the real information comes from the next one. So let's start off with the right side with Kenshin and Shishio. It's basically confirming Rurouni Kenshin in the game, which we knew for, I want to say, almost 2 weeks at this point. And it says, new characters join Jump Force, and now it's time for you to join. And that's basically talking about the Create a Character system. 2 swordsmen from Rurouni Kenshin join. Their ultimate techniques are released. So, unlike with the other series, it's actually showing us what Shishio's ultimate is, which is really nice. I'm pretty sure it's the same from J-Stars. A man who is considered Kenshin's shadow, Shishio uses his raging powers to steal the country in Japan. Final Secret Sword, Kagutsuchi, which, I'm pretty sure that was his ultimate in J-Stars. And after Shishio uses his Mugenjin in fights to trigger secret techniques, his ultimate is Kagutsuchi, puts a flame on the Mugenjin and drops it like a tornado. Fire pillars form when it lands, so yeah, basically his J-Stars. And same with Kenshin, he has the same ultimate from J-Stars, Choshin Soku Keru Ryo no Hirameki. I probably butchered that, but I am running on super low sleep. I just got back to my apartment. Once was called the Batosai the Manslayer, in Ishin Shishi. After the Meiji Restoration, he gained his sanity and wields the reverse blade, which obviously is a pretty broad summary of Kenshin's character. Kenshin's secret technique, Choshin Soku. Even if you avoid the first hit, there is a second phase. You will surely defeat your opponent. And obviously it's talking about that little like pull that this ability has, where it removes this like air between him and his opponent. And I mean, it's just explaining the ability. If you've watched Rurouni Kenshin, you know what it does. So this is where the real juicy part of this scan comes in. We get our first official render of Light and Ryuk, which they look really nice. And Light just says all according to plan. And then it goes into the system of the game. So it's talking about the create a character system and what that entails. It says create your avatar at the beginning of the game and become a jump hero. We already knew this was going to be the case. We assume that you're going to join one of the three main heroes of this game, which are Naruto, Luffy, and Goku. Sort of like how you did in J-Stars, you had 4 teams. Ichigo was the 4th, but in this game, there's only 3. So it says, finally, there's excitement for Jump Force. I had a bit of fun translating that line because I'm like, there was such a drought after Ryo and Kenshiro were announced, and everyone was just like, can we please get some new information? And after, like, in the second half of November, they finally released new characters, so the line isn't exactly finally there's excitement for Jump Force, but I just felt cheeky in translating it like that. So from here you can see the early stages where you create an avatar of yourself, becoming a hero. And so it actually tells you why you become a Jump hero. It says Akira Toriyama Sensei designed Director Glover and Navigator. We already knew that. This is like the 3rd time we've heard this in a scan. We don't need to see this every scan. Please, Spike, you don't need to put it in. It's a waste of space. And then after he says something like, do it for all, I don't exactly remember this. I translated this about like a week ago, but my computer was crap that I brought with me home, and so I couldn't get this video up. And so the story, this is probably one of the biggest points of this scan, and it says Venoms are evil beings that come from another world dealing devastating damage. We sort of already knew that, but you get greatly injured and are brought to the Ambras base in between Jump and Real World, where you become a hero. So this is really interesting. So I assume at the beginning of the game, probably Frieza causes this. Frieza does some great damage. We've seen some footage in the trailers where the characters, like, from the point of view of probably your created character, they're looking around, they're seeing all this destruction, and they probably get gravely injured. And so they're probably shuttled by Naruto, Luffy, and Goku to the Ambras base, and they get healed, and they use the Cosmic Cube or the Onyx Book. I don't know which one they're going to use, probably the Cosmic Cube, to turn you into a Jump hero and to heal whatever wounds that you were dealt by, I assume, Frieza. And then it says, for the created character system, evil from the Jump world, Frieza. He will attack along with the Venoms. And obviously, Frieza was the first villain confirmed, we already knew that. Create the best hero you can think of, such as hairstyle and clothes. And once again, that's another thing that we knew about the created character system, but we didn't realize how in-depth. And I'm actually going to do a separate video on the created character system since we got quite a lot of information on it. Then on this image it says set battle type, gender, physique, voice, etc. You can dress in familiar costumes, and if we look through here, I mean, I'll do this later, but you can see just how extensive the costumes are here. And also, I want to point out, somebody thought that this was Madara's outfit, I believe, when this was first released. This is Seiya's. Like, it has the, like, one breastplate, and after this is Shiryu, so it makes sense that it's, you know, characters that have already been confirmed. I don't think they're going to necessarily leak characters with these costumes, but these are all playable characters. These aren't any characters that haven't been confirmed not playable. So I assume as far as costumes go, we're going to be getting costumes from characters that are playable, not necessarily from NPC. I could be proven wrong, but just from these screenshots so far, that's what it's looking to be. And then we finally get at the bottom of this scan, probably the worst part of this scan, and it's just because Uchida just goes on and on and on. I sort of feel like not working on this portion of the scans in V-Jump anymore because it's just a waste of information that we already knew about. So I'll cover it in this video, but it says everyone knows the city of art, Paris. This guy's like obsessed with Paris. But the only real information that we need to know is this line of text down here, which says Paris, France is synonymous with fashion. The 12 gold saint temples from Saint Seiya are floating in the sky. We already knew this from the Kenshin Ryo reveal, but it's good to see, like, yeah, that's officially it, and it's cool to see a screenshot of it, even though we already have screenshots of it. And then after, Uchida just wastes our time with a lot of like, oh my god, I love this city. So it's like, I was blown away by the city of art, Paris. This is my favorite place from all over the world. Yeah, you can travel from Champs Elysees. I probably butchered that, to the Arc de Triomphe. I don't know how to pronounce French words, but anyways, someday I'm going to start a project called Victory Uchida's Ruffle. Okay, like, literally, like, that line is like, why are you mentioning this? Nobody cares. But it looks strange. It seems like Greek architecture have appeared in Paris. Oh well, floating in the air are the 12 temples that should be in the sanctuary. You see, that, like, last line is, like, good, but, like, we already knew that from this text over here. And so, like, why is there this gigantic block of text that doesn't say anything about the actual game? Like, I don't know, I just do, like, this happens, like, basically every V-Jump scan. Uchida just goes on a ramble about nothing that's not important to the game. And sorry about that rant, but I just had to get it out because I just really hated doing that portion of the scan. Alright, so now we're at that part of the video where we're talking about what's been happening over the last week. So if you just wanted to come here for the scan and don't really care about this, then thank you so much for watching. So I've been on vacation for the last week. I brought my laptop. I thought I could make videos on it and stuff. And I've been posting on Twitter, and I've been in the Discord a tiny bit. Not really, but I mean, I've just been, like, sort of lurking here and there. But in the last week, I, like, created, like, a bunch of videos to be pre-uploaded, which were uploaded, like, on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, I think. And after, I'm like, okay, and that'll give me plenty of time to start working on other videos. But what ended up happening was my laptop is super shitty, and I couldn't record any videos, essentially. I could, I guess, theoretically have used my phone, but my computer is so bad, and when I say my computer, I'm talking about my laptop, not the PC that I'm using usually at my apartment. My laptop can't record audio, and that is a major problem. It also just takes forever to open any program, like even Google Chrome. It just takes, like, I want to say, like, a good couple minutes to just open Google Chrome, and it's like, I just couldn't really deal with it. So that's why I held off on making any videos. I did work on this scan while I was away. It took a bit of time. I was also on vacation, so that's probably why I didn't push further in trying to get videos out. But It was a great break, but I'm glad to be back. I'm going to be finishing my quarter soon, and I'm just going to generally be doing more videos. I was also going to try to stream, but that wouldn't have really worked because, you know, no audio. Like, literally, I just couldn't put in a mic input for some reason, and it was really frustrating. I worked on it for hours, and with how slow my computer was, it just ended up being like, I won't even be able to record this, I don't think, in like 720, and so I just didn't want to put up bad quality videos just for the sake of making content. So that's just what's been happening in terms of videos and stuff in the last week. So it's actually been, I want to say, since Friday of last week that I've made any videos, so it's been like almost 8-9 days since I've made a video, but I'm back. I'm sleep deprived. I only got a couple hours of sleep after I drove to my apartment, so I'm doing the best I can. I have a lot of homework I also have to finish, so my created character video probably won't be out till tomorrow afternoon. But you can also look forward to another Game Talk stream on Tuesday, and then I'm going to try to do regular videos for the rest of the week. I might also do a stream on the weekend, we'll see. But that's as far as the content will go this week. We could also potentially get new confirmations on Thursday or Friday. I'm not exactly sure if we will, but I'm pretty sure there is actually an event going on this weekend. So if there is, we could potentially see more characters there. And if we do, you'll definitely see me covering it. Thank you if you watched all the way to this point in the video. I am really happy to be back and just making more content for you all to watch. I'm also just going to try to be catching up on everything that I missed. So that's all I have to say. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative, please leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe to the channel and turn on bell notifications so you are alerted whenever I upload. You can also click on the eye icon in the top right hand corner to see some of my recent videos. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or live stream. Bye!